Madano, panel of judges, fellow Ghanaians, good evening. What will happen to the future of this country if our children should continue pulling out of school to do illegal small-scale mining activities? What will happen if our environment and our air and water bodies are being polluted beyond their elastic limits? This is an interview I had with Professor J.A. Kwam. Let us all enjoy. Illegal small-scale mining activity has become the chief of our environmental problems for some time now as a country. Our water bodies are being polluted beyond their elastic limits. Our lands are being degraded. Tonight, I have with me Professor J.A. Kwam to throw more light about this project. Prof, good evening.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. My main aim is to promote environmentally friendly mining activity devoid of child labor through a participatory stakeholder involvement approach. Can you please tell us more and educate the public concerning the cause, first of all, the cause of illegal small-scale mining activity in our country?
The main cause of illegal mining has been the misuse of the license which is being issued. The license I'm talking about is the recognizance license. Bigwigs, politicians, security officers, and even chiefs unite together. They go in for this recognizance license, which is a survey license, and without concession, they demarcate the whole of the community into small acres, 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres. Then they sell them to some unscrupulous miners.
Bro, what about the effects of illegal small-scale mining activity in our country? Talking about the pollution of water bodies on our environment as a whole. Can you throw more light on it?
Illegal mining has a lot of negative effects. If you go to Ashanti region, if you go to Eastern region, if you go to Western region, as well as North region, these are the regions that produce a lot of cocoa. But when they find their way to these areas, they cut down the cocoa trees and do their illegal mining. If you look at what they refer to as the doomsday in this country, I'm talking about the crisis, electricity crisis that we are facing. During mining, these illegal miners create big dams where they channel the water course into the dam to use the water for their washing. I'm talking about washing of the ore, the gold. So as a result, they divert the water course. So these water bodies with their water course does not find its way into the main rivers. As a result, the Bui hydroelectric power is not functioning well. The same thing is also happening to Akusubu.
Prof, please educate us on the solutions to illegal small-scale mining activity and also your word to viewers.
I'm of the view that the government of the day should show more commitment towards the fighting against this canker. Nobody is above the law in this country. So the chiefs who are involved in this illegal mining, unscrupulous security officers who are also involved in this illegal mining, as well as even some politicians, unscrupulous politicians who are involved, must be looked out by the government. And I think when we do this, it will help to solve the problem of illegal mining.
Viewers at home and at the studio, I know you've learned a lot from today's discussion. Please help in protecting our environment. Let's keep Ghana clean as well. Thank you. Our environment is basically everything we see around us, both biotic and abiotic. Our environment also provides us with conditions for development and then growth. Child labor, I would say, is children being forced to do hard work, especially children being neglected of their schooling activities. Illegal small-scale mining activity simply means mining without the permission from the Environmental Protection Agency and the Minerals Commission as well. This activity is mostly done by individuals or groups of people who usually come together to dig pits, holes, in search of mineral ore. First of all, this activity is mostly done in areas like Bogoso, Prisia, Sakwa, and also Akwasia, where I come from in the eastern region. Many a times, children get involved in this illegal small-scale mining activity because of some few things. First of all, one, lack of parental care. Secondly, lack of money. Lack of parental care as well. They also get affected by the absenteeism on the part of some teachers. It will surprise you to know that over 20,000 to 50,000 students or children or the mining population are children and then women who serve as porters in this mining site. But the sad thing is that these mineral resources are not permanent. They are not renewable resources. Renewable resources are resources which replenishes themselves after a period of time on their own. Therefore, there is a need for them to go back to school to fend for themselves in future. Galamsey has a lot of effect on our economy, our environment, and then also the human resource as well. First of all our water bodies are being polluted beyond their elastic limits, especially Oti and then Pra, due to gas particles that are injected into this water body, which we all know as salinity. Also, the use of chemicals in washing these minerals or the mineral oil also injects, first of all, heavy metals such as lead, copper, zinc, cyanide, and then mercury. All these have effects on the human being when somebody takes this water. But the sad thing is that you cannot see when heavy metals are injected into the water body because water can be clear and then still polluted. Mercury injected into a water body when taken in by an individual will cause severe skin cancer. Also, cadmium, when taken in, also affects fertility rate. That is why in most mining areas, the men are impotent and they don't know what causes this impotence. Cyanide also causes the destruction of the cerebellum, spinal meningitis, the cerebellum, and then also the spinal cord. It causes the destruction of the nervous system as well. Illegal small-scale mining activity also has effects on our land degradation. Our water bodies or the land is being degraded with heavy rainfall since the forests are being cleared to mine. That is why erosion occurs there, excessive erosion, which leads to the washing away of the topsoil, which contains all the nutrients that these plants need to grow and then survive. Thirdly, it also affects our air. Air pollution is what causes it. This air pollution is due to the emission of carbon monoxide and then carbon dioxide into our atmosphere. They deplete our ozone layer and then allow the direct sun rays to affect us, which also can give us skin cancer. These particles also injected into the air can also trigger asthma and other respiratory tract diseases in human bodies and in human beings as well. The truth is that during this Galamsey activity, when heavy rains fall, they serve as breeding places for mosquitoes. That is why in most mining areas, they are attacked by malaria. Galamsey has effects on the economy as well, because a lot of people die during this activity. Many a times, the mining pits break down upon them, killing able men who could work and then support our economy by paying tax to boom our economy. Now, the big question is, what is the way forward? When I am